You may have convinced everybody else that everything's fine, but you're not going to convince me. I'm going to show you the 3 ways to start getting yourself out of this prison that you've unconsciously created for yourself. I know you have a whole story about mortgages and payments and keeping up with everything and all the reasons why you can't do this. I don't buy it, because we need you out there doing your best work. And that's what I'm standing for. Even if you don't do anything today, get really honest with yourself about what's missing in your life and what you really want. That feeling that you know that it feels like there should be more than this. It feels like I should be happier than this. It feels like this can't be all there is. Trust that feeling, because it's true. So they call me the can opener for a reason, is because I'm really honest. I tell the truth about myself and also about you and your life. And here's the truth. If you don't do anything about this, here's where it leads. It leads to you waking up when you're older with a life full of regret. And you know there's a moment right now, if you feel this, that you can change that. And when you look back when you're older and you did nothing about it, that's where the regret's going to be, knowing you had a chance and you didn't take it. One of the things that's held you back is that you've convinced everybody, including yourself, that everything's fine. And you're not going to convince me of that. I spoke to a woman last year and everything was going great. Like you, super successful, business was going great, and I could read between the words. That's my gift, is to be able to read what's not being said. And I knew something was not right, and I challenged her on it, and she got it in the moment. She knew that I was touching on something, and she didn't do anything about it. And 6 months later, she rang me up and she said, "Nathan, I just had to call you because you were the only person that saw something was wrong, and I had cancer, and it's been a battle that almost took my life. And when I look back, you're the only person that could tell that something wasn't right." I don't want this moment to pass for you, because I don't want to have another experience like that again. And I'm not going to let you get away with not confronting this right now. So I'm going to speak the truth to you, even if it feels scary, even if it's confronting, even if you hate me for saying so. Because I don't want you to be like her. So I just got my dream job, and we're talking 3 times the salary, we're talking twice as much time off, like dream job. And I was talking to a mentor of mine, and I said, "Man, I've just got this dream job, all this time off, all this money, I'm so free." And he said, "Oh yeah, it sounds like a great job, but don't confuse that with freedom." And in that moment, first of all, I hated him in that moment, and second of all, I got it. Because just striving more and doing more and getting the better job and getting the pay rise, and let's be honest, getting a better partner. A lot of you think if my partner was a little bit hotter, maybe that would be the difference. Just moving things around externally without dealing with what's going on in here. It's like getting new furniture for your prison cell and putting like new curtains up in your prison cell. It's a beautiful prison cell. It's still a prison cell, and you've been sold a lie. And that lie is that if you work hard and you follow the rules and you're likable and you're nice to everybody, then you're going to be successful, and you are. And you're going to feel joy, and you're going to feel fulfillment, and you're going to feel love. And it's nonsense. The reality is, if you keep going the way you're going, you're going to start to burn out. You're going to start distracting yourself more and more. Let's talk about mindlessly scrolling through your phone all the time, just looking for some kind of excitement. And I've seen it time and time again in my clients when they come to me, because their zest for life has dried up, their relationship has died. I get that it's scary to confront this stuff, and I get that it's really scary just to even be honest about what we're talking about. I was there, I felt scared about it, I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to acknowledge the fact that I may have to give up a career that I worked my entire life for in order to find the joy and fulfillment and love that I really wanted. So I get that it's scary, but please don't hide behind, "I need to pay a mortgage. Oh, but the retirement thing, I don't know, I haven't worked at a job for so long. The retirement thing is great, so I can't possibly." Please don't hide behind that with me, because I see through it. If you're scared to jump, just say, "I'm scared to jump." Don't hide behind all this nonsense about why you can't possibly do it, because I've seen it done over and over and over again, and I'll do it with you. So the first thing you need to do is slow down. You need to spend time with yourself. Like at the moment, it's just crazy. It's like busy all the time, never stopping, right? Now the cell phone, never be bored. just on there swiping all the time. You need to find a way to slow down and spend some time with yourself. I'm going to challenge you right now, actually. Go and spend 15 minutes sitting in a chair, no phone, no listening to a podcast. You're sneaky, I know you are. No hanging out with your partner, just you in a chair. Pascal said all the world's problems are caused by man's inability to sit alone in a room. So you need to start spending more time alone. And it might be 15 minutes now, it might be an hour next week, it might be a day next month, where you start to spend time alone. And you've been avoiding this because it feels uncomfortable to sit and feel all the feelings and the truth about your life and where you're at. But that's where it starts, because when you start to slow down and listen to those things, now we have something to work with. And it's also going to be where the creativity, where the ideas and where your mission starts to come through. So find ways to start spending time alone. I had a client that came to me and he had a great business, but he was sort of tied to it. He was working 7 days a week, and the intimacy was gone in his relationship. They didn't do anything fun. They never went out. He hadn't been on a holiday in years, and he was burned out and he was bored, and he knew there was a problem. The first homework I gave to him: go and spend some time alone. Find a way to just carve out an hour a week and then half a day a week just to start getting to know yourself again and spending time with yourself. So what happened is he started to discover his creativity again, the thing that he used to love. He started going to gallery openings, again, stuff that he loved. I took him to Norway on one of my adventures, the first vacation he'd been on in like 3 years or 4 years. And what I started to see is that his zest and his passion for life started coming back. That childhood excitement started to coming back. And that starts to feed into the rest of your life. It starts to feed into your relationship. He's now with a new partner, and he's so excited. It's the woman of his dreams. They travel all the time. They're always going out. Like, I can't even keep up with them. So I'm going to challenge you right now to spend 15 minutes doing nothing. Put your phone down. Don't listen to any podcasts, read a book, nothing. Just sit there for 15 minutes. We're going to do it together. I knew you couldn't do it. So we need to talk. Seriously. So the second thing is you need to find your life's mission. You need to know the reason why you're here. And if you keep striving and working harder and trying to get a promotion and make more money, or let's be honest, just get a new partner if you think that might be the thing that makes the difference. It's nothing if you haven't found out the reason why you're here, the mission that you are meant to be going after. We have two purposes. We have an inner purpose and an outer purpose. Your inner purpose, which we talked about before, is to slow down, spend time on your own, and listen to what's trying to come through you. Your outer purpose is how you express that in the world. And so we need to figure out those two things. What's trying to come through you, and it's not going to happen while you're busy and rushing around and doing a million things. So we're going to have to slow down to figure out what's trying to come through you. Then we're going to figure out exactly how to express that in the world. And boy, are we going to go after it like you won't even believe. One of my clients came to me and he had a business that was cool. It was sort of doing what he was good at, but it was plateaued. And so we worked on his mission and we figured out exactly the purpose of what he was here to do. And it makes me laugh because a big part of it when I was working with him was trying to get back to the childhood creativity that he lost. And I'm laughing because I had him in the dirt at one point, and he was going back to when he was a kid, where he used to like plot out home designs in the in the dirt and try to figure that out. And so when we figured out that creativity was wanting to come through him and found the mission that he wanted to go after, his business was a natural result. He knew exactly what he had to do to make that a reality. That business is now doing $100,000 a month in only 18 months after we started working together. I'm also going to guess that you had a father that was either angry or maybe abusive or quite possibly just neglectful, just wasn't around. And what that means is, for someone like you who has a huge heart, you close that heart up because it's very hard to deal with at a young age. And that's really stopped you being able to receive love, stops you being able to really give the love that you want to give, and it also impacts your ability to feel joy and fulfillment. And I know you have a huge heart, and so we're going to find a way to start opening up that heart again and start bringing it back into the world, because man, we need more people out in the world with open hearts. If you think we need more people that are just closed and robots and working hard and striving, it's time. Well, the world has a lot of issues. And the only way we're going to get through it is if all of us start opening up our hearts and start reconnecting to what's important to us and allowing what's inside of us to be expressed in the world. So imagine what your life would have been like if you did not have that kind of father. If you had someone that was supporting you, was loving you, that was on your team, that was there to tell you it was all going to be okay, to show you the way, to mentor you. How would life be different? You can have that life. I'm here for you to hold your hand, and I believe in you, and God, I'm proud of you, and I love you. And with that on your side, together, you'll be amazed about what we can achieve. But more than that, imagine being able to experience the joy and fulfillment in what you've already achieved. I'm going to love you like nobody else has ever loved you, because I know that's the access for someone like you that has a big heart. Because I know all you want to do is feel love and give love. Like, if we really get honest, I know we're not meant to talk about this, and it's, we're meant to be serious and talk about all this other stuff and not mention the L word. But here's the truth. I'm going to love you because I know that's what you need, and I know that's going to be the thing that really allows you to fly. So I'm looking for people that inspire me, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't meet a lot of people that inspire me. My favourite thing in the world is to go out and have a steak dinner with a really nice bottle of red wine, New Zealand Pinot Noir ideally. So when I'm looking to work with somebody, I think to myself, would I want to have a steak dinner in my favourite restaurant with a bottle of my favourite wine with this person once a week for the next year? And if the answer is no, I just don't work with them, because here's my first commitment to you. My life has to be extraordinary. I have to experience joy and be fulfilled and be lit up and be able to love you and be able to receive your love. And if I don't believe in you, and if you don't excite me, and I don't feel like you're committed to really creating this life for yourself, it's a no from me. And I get that you're successful. I get that you're a doctor or a surgeon or a lawyer or a pilot, or you've just climbed the corporate ladder. I get that you've done it all, and I get that that looks really impressive to people from the outside. You might even have a business that's doing really well that you hate. To me, that's one of the worst nightmares, that you've created a 7-figure business that you hate. And I see it all the time. Look, I know as gay men, we've had it tough, and growing up wasn't easy for a lot of us. And I know there's a part of us deep down, and I know there's a part of you deep down, that has taken all of that not feeling good enough, not fitting in, not feeling normal, and you've channeled that into your career. You've channeled that into success and striving and more and more and more achievement and looking good and working out, right? And now we're at a moment where it's how much is enough? When do you get to actually feel good enough? The moment could be now. You get to feel good enough right now. It's your choice, right? I get that life is fine, and a lot of the people that come to me, they say, look, it's just, my life's not that bad. And when you're 17, you're looking back on your life, do you want to look back on a life and say, it wasn't that bad, it was fine? Because the moments that you're going through now, this moment in time, you're creating that life and that reality right now. So just ask yourself, is it okay that I'm living a life that's fine? It's not fine that it's fine. You should get on the phone with us if you know that what you're hearing is true and you're not quite ready to talk to anybody else about it, but you're willing to trust us because you know we deal with this every day. And even if you do nothing about it, you're going to understand why you're feeling this way, and you're going to have an idea about how to move forward. So the client that came to me, really nice guy, super likable, had a business doing $6,000 a month, everything was fine, had a horrible history of relationships, and when we started working together, the first thing I did is help him get really clear on what his mission is, what's his purpose. And then we created a business around that. That business now does $100,000 a month. we started working on his ideal partner and how he could go after that, and some exercises to start unlocking within him who he had to become to attract somebody like that. He just married the woman of his dreams 2 weeks ago. Like, I can't make this up. Like, if I listed off all the qualities that he said he wanted, he married her, and this was an incredibly powerful, successful, beautiful woman. So here's a guy who now is super wealthy, running a business that's incredibly, like, remarkably aligned with the mission he's on, married to the woman of his dreams. And the crazy thing is, he said none of that even matters because it's how he feels that is the biggest difference. He feels more fulfilled than he's ever felt, and even more than that, he said, I feel a deep sense of peace inside of myself. That's what I want for you. I knew I was gay when I was 12 years old, and the second thought after realizing I was gay was I can never be gay. And it took me another 10 years to find the courage to come out and be who I really am. I was 22. So I know a thing or two about taking risks and being courageous in order to live an authentic life. And trust me, it was worth it. And what I came to was that if I lost everything, including my friends and including my family, but I lived a life that was true to myself and was authentic, that would be a chance worth taking. So you should take a chance too. The biggest misconception is that you need to feel confident to make a move like this, whatever it is. It's not true. You just need a little bit of courage and a helping hand. If you get on the phone with us, we'll show you exactly what you have to do to get free.